Hey everyone, Linda here. Welcome back to AdoreR. Hope everyone's doing good today and staying safe out there. Today I'm coming to you with a TBR. I wanted to do my January TBR and show you those books, but I'm going to do a historical TBR because Remarkably Lisa, Peace Love Books, and Lacy Book Lovers are doing their historical readathon. So you know I love historical, so you know I had to get in on that. So I scratched my January TBR and I was like, let me find me some historicals to read. So I got me some historicals I'm going to share with you all. But first, I want to make a correction to my 2020 romance, best romances of 2020, because I think the last two books I did, I had them totally wrong. I got them all mixed up. I was like, really, Linda? When I went back and looked at the video, I was like, really? And you know I won't be doing no editing, so I couldn't edit it out. So I just left it in there, and I'll just make a correction on another video. So I'm going to go over that with y'all. And I also had another book that I wanted to put on my 2020 best books of 2020. I also had another book. I'm going to show you that too. So on this right here is the Stock Stopover by T.L. Swan and the Takeover. And I think I got the synopsis of both of them wrong, because the synopsis for the Takeover, I did it for the Stopover, and the synopsis for the Stopover, I did it for the Takeover. But the Stopover is book number 1 and the Takeover is book number 2. And the Stopover is on the female character gets into an argument at the airport with someone, and the guy is so rude and stuff to the airline, bumps her up to first class, and that's how she meets the guy in this story. And then on this one, the Takeover is where you got a younger guy and an older female, and she has kids. So yeah, I wanted to straighten that out. It's the Stopover, because that you would realize if you look at it, you're like, the Stopover, it'll tell you right there the plane is a stopover, because the plane get I think they have bad weather and they have to stop over at a the plane have to land somewhere else before they actually get to their destination. So that's why this is called the Stopover. I was like, Linda, really? You just messing up everything. And you know, like I said, I don't be doing no editing or whatever. I was like, really? So I just want to clear that up. This is book 1 and this is book 2 in the Miles High series by T.L. Swan. And I also, when I went back and looked on Goodreads, I forgot I had left this book off as another good read in 2020. I read Mr. Spencer, and this is also by T.L. Swan. As you can tell, I love T.L. Swan. I love her writing. And like I said, she does good dialogue. She writes good dialogue. The characters have good banter between each other, and I really, really love that in my books. And plus, you know, it got some steaminess going on in there. So I was like, yeah, you right on my alley. So the guy in here, he's rich, and also the female is rich. So both of them have money. Because usually in these romances, either the female have money and the hero don't, or the hero have money and the female don't. But both of these characters in this book, they have money, and they meet at, I don't know if they're at a party, at somebody's wedding, I forgot. But they meet at this party or something, and I think he's a little bit older than she is, and he's like a playboy, because his friends tell him, like, when he sees her, he see her across the room and he really likes her, and they tell him, yeah, that she's not for you, because she comes from a really rich family, and her family, yeah, they're very protective of her, and they tell him, look, you ain't got a chance. But she's attracted to him, and then they hook up, but he realized that she's a virgin or whatever, so he just backs off, and he try to stay away from her, but it doesn't work out, because they're gonna meet again in a little situation, and then he gonna be all in then. But I really, really love this, and it's Mr. Spencer, T.L. Swan. I really enjoyed this book. Highly, highly recommend it. I give this a high 4.5 stars. I wanted to make sure I get that on there. And then look at that cover. Yeah, look at those abs. Yeah. And I also wanted to say, I know I had said in my last video that all the books that I recommended, my best read for 2020, that all those were new authors. Well, no, it wasn't. Because I realized I read two books in 2019 by K.A. Tucker. So I have read K.A. Tucker before. So she was the only author that I've read before. But all the other ones were new authors for me in 2020. But I have read K.A. Tucker before. I wanted to clear that up also. I was like, you doing the most. Okay, we can move on now. I just want to get that out of the way. We can go over my TBR, my historical TBR. The historical readathon, they also have like a little bingo card out with different prompts on there that you can read and mark off your little bingo card. I didn't do a bingo card, and I'm not doing all the prompts. I'll just do a few of the prompts that they have on there, like read a book in 2020. These two are on my TBR. I got The Flapper Baby Scandal by Lauri Robinson, and I got A Heart of Blood and Ashes. Now, I don't know if this is going to be considered a Viking romance, but it's a historical or a fantasy. I don't know. I heard people talk about this, but I haven't read it yet, so I was like, let me put this on here to get this out and get this out and read it. So I got a Harlequin historical. I've already started this. I'm on page and this is from I had this on my January TBR, so I had already started reading this, so I can go ahead and finish this on off. And I'm on page 35 with this book, and it's going fairly well. It's okay. So I've started this, The Flapper Baby Scandal, and I'm going to read A Heart of Blood and Ashes. And these for the on the bingo card of read a book published in 2020, and this was published. I think this was published right in 2020. I think 2020 and 21. That they have the prompts. Read a book published in 20 and 2021. Both of these are from 2020. Next they had on there, what they had on here, read a new author to you. Joanna Shupe is a new author for me. So I got this, The Harlot Countess by Joanna Shupe. And I don't know, I guess this isn't a series. It said Wicked Deceptions down here, but you know how I do. I don't know what book this is in the series. Maybe this is book 3, because I see these 2 books here. So maybe this is book 3. I don't know, but I'll put it in the description. Because we got the Countess Duchess, the Harlot Countess, and the Lady Hellion. Maybe this is book 2. But like I said, I'll put it in the description below. And I'll read a little bit of this. Lady Maggie Hawkins' debut was something she'd rather forget, along with her first marriage. Today, the political cartoonist is a new woman, a thoroughly modern woman, so much so that her clamoring public believes she's a man. Drawing under a male pseudonym, Maggie is known as Lamar, her favorite object of ridicule. Simon Barrett, Earl of Winchester, he's a rising star in Parliament and a former confidant and love interest of Maggie, who believes a rumor that vexes her to this day. So I think her and this guy knew each other before. I don't know if they actually went together, but she did, and he believed what happened, and maybe he broke it off with her or something. I think that's how this is supposed to be. But it sounded interesting, and I was like, let me check it out. And I like this cover. It's a beautiful cover. And this is Wicked, from, I guess, the series Wicked Deception. And this is The Harlot Countess, and Joanna Shupe is a new author to me. I've never read anything by her. Not yet. So I was like, let me try this one out. What else was the prompts on there? Let's see. What else did they have? Oh, and they also had read a book by Joanna Shupe. So I got this for that too. A new author to me, and it's a book by Joanna Shupe. So I got that one in there. I'm not going to do all the prompts. I think that's what mostly all of them I had. I think. Oh, and read some used books. So all of these are used books. All of these are used books, and these 2 are new. Oh, let me read the back of this one here. The Flapper's Baby Scandal by Lauri Robinson. This say, dancing in Speakeasy at night, his dutiful heiress Betty Dyer only escaped from her father's tyrannical control and marriage plan. There she meets mysterious FBI agent Henry Randall, drawn into his investigation, and to emotionally scarred Lonewolf Henry himself. Betty gives in to her desire, believing this could be her only chance to love before she's forced to wed, until she discovers she's pregnant with Henry's baby. So this has got the baby trope in here. And this is in a series, Secrets of the Roaring Twenties series. And this is a Harlequin historical. Like I said, I've already started that. And then we got A Heart of Blood and Ashes by Milla, Vane, and A Gathering of Dragons. This is book, I do know this is book 1. I'll read a little bit of this. Though forbidden by the Alliance Council to kill the corrupt king responsible for his parents' murder, Matic vows to avenge them, even if it costs him the Parathian's crown. But when he learns that it was the king's daughter who lured his parents to their death, the barbarian warrior is determined to make her pay. So this is going to be an enemies to lovers romance. I've heard a lot of people say great things about this, so I was like, let me put this on my TBR. So I got these. These are, like I said, these are 2021 novels. Well, these are 2020 novels. And we got Joanna Shupe here. We got, I put a Lisa Kleypas on here. I think I've read this already, so this might be a reread for me, but I can't remember. Read a little bit of this. Nick Gentry, the most seductive and dangerous man in England, has been sent to find Charlotte Howard, a runaway bride who has disappeared without a trace. But when he finds her, Nick is stunned by the intensity of his attraction to the elusive young woman whose adventurous spirit matches his own. Determined to escape a forced marriage to a man who would destroy her, Charlotte agrees to an audacious bargain. She will become Nick Gentry's bride, but soon she discovers that Nick has secrets of his own, and it will take all her wits and stubborn will to tame his tormented soul. So that sounded good, but I couldn't remember if I read it or not, so I'm going to give it another try. And next I have Elizabeth Hope, To Desire a Devil. Let's see what this say. After 7 years in hellish captivity, Renaud St. Aubin bursts into his ancestral home, half mad with fever, demanding his due. Can this wild man truly be the last Earl's son? Thought murdered by Indians. Beatrice Corning is the niece of the present Earl and a proper English miss. Yet she has a secret. No real man has ever excited her more than the handsome youth in a certain portrait. Now suddenly he's here in the flesh and luring her into his bed. I think I read this before. I can't remember. It's another one, and I'm dug out of the books. Out of the boxes, I mean. I pulled out of the boxes, and it's creased. I've read so many books. Some of these books I've read before, but I just can't remember, so I'm going to give it another try and see do it bring back any memories. And then I just got this one. I just bought this one right here. Somebody done cut this. Why do they do that? Why did they cut off the side? And I guess they wrote 60 cents right there. Oh my goodness. Why? I don't understand. Okay. Yeah. And this is going to be Deborah Camp's Lone Wolf Woman. I'm sorry. This is the Lone Wolf Woman. And this is Deborah Camp. And I think they said read, did they say read some old books too? But I can't remember what else was on the bingo. But this book was published in 1995. And I'll read the back of this. Orphaned, penniless, and determined to keep her family together, Elise St. John hastily arranges to marry the half-Apache Missouri landowner who has agreed to adopt her young sister. It is a marriage in name only, intended to make the unconventional adoption acceptable. But as they try to form a family, a Baltimore debutante who can't even cook and an outcast Indian whose heart is closed to love, they are beset by needs and desires that they never anticipated. So that sounded really good. So I was like, let me give this a try. And this is Deborah Camp, Lone Wolf Woman. So hopefully I'll get through these. I tried to pick books that I know that I'll read, or I think that the author, I really like the author because I like Deborah Camp. And I was like, hopefully when I start reading this, I can, it catches my interest and I'll fly right through the book. And I know I've read some Elizabeth Hope before. I know I like her. I know I love Lisa Kleypas. And then, like I said, this is going to be my first book by Joanna Shupe. So hopefully I'll enjoy her writing. And these two. These three books right here. These are new authors to me because I never read anything by Lauri Robertson. I never read anything by Milla, Vane, and I've never read anything by Joanna Shupe. But these other three, I have read them before, so hopefully I can just fly right through these. I know hopefully, keep my finger crossed that I enjoy all 3 of these. And I'm going to finish reading this, and then I'm going to read these 3. So, because I want to make sure that I do get some of these read before the 21st, because the Readathon is from the 15th through the 21st. If I didn't mention that, I might have mentioned it earlier, but it's from the 15th to the 21st. So I know that I do like these writers, so hopefully I can get through them and see how thick this is. Maybe I can make it to this book by the 21st. I think I'm gonna save this for last, because yeah, this is pretty chunky. I think I'm gonna save this for last, and I think I'll read in this order this one, then I read Lisa Kleypas, then I read Elizabeth Hoyt, and then Deborah Camp, Joanna Shupe, and I'll end it with Milla Vane. So that's how that's gonna go. So that's all I have for now. Those are my books for the historical romance readathon. If you're also reading in the readathon, let me know what you're reading. Put it in the description below, and let me know what you're reading for the readathon. Hopefully I can make it through all of these books by the 21st and complete them all. And I hope that I can get all of them either a 4 or a 5 star. So we'll see. All right. Until next time, keep reading those romances, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.